Hello, welcome to Geeks Unleashed episode 238. Each week on the Geeks Unleashed podcast, we catch up on our pop culture lives, discuss some movie news, sometimes some trailer reactions, and then we bring you a movie review. This week, obviously, I'm joined by the same guys that have joined me the last couple of weeks, and they're still the hottest guys on YouTube. So come out, Devon.
Hey.
Right, okay, before we get started, if you're on YouTube, please remember to like and subscribe. Please also comment away whether you're watching live or on the rewind. I know you can drop a comment on Spotify too. And please be sure to let us know, what you've enjoyed about The Princess Bride and also any of the other things that we'll be talking around. So anyway, guys, how's your week been?
Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
Fantastic. Is
Yes.
it like one of those weeks?
Yes. It's been great. It's been a nice, calm week, which is nice. So,
What about you, Lawrence?
Work's been crazy busy, but I feel like we have a ton of fun geek stuff to go over.
I feel like when Lawrence comes on, he's got his Oscar in the corner behind him.
Yes.
He's like ready to go.
My Lego Oscar.
his Lego Oscar.
Oh, is it
Everything is awesome.
Is it an Oscar? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. I texted you two earlier to say that I was going to do this after I dared Devon last week with a rip. I thought I will do the same. So
Do it.
I was in London not even that long ago, like 5 or 6 hours ago, and I went to a comic shop called Gosh Comics, which is in Soho, and I picked up 2 blind bags of The Terminal, issue 1, and this is Image Comics. It's Robert Kirkman's new sort of X-Men-ish thing. Have you read it yet, Lawrence? Or no?
I have not gotten a chance to check this out.
So this is under his Skybound imprint, and when I went to the till, I actually said to the woman, I'm going to have some fun with these. I didn't go into the show or anything, but I am going to be pissed, man, if these are the same cover. So,
That's why I never do the blind bags. It drives me crazy.
I only thought to do this because of the show. I would never normally buy two.
So funny.
Whenever I've done a blind bag, I've just bought one, and then that way it's fine. Like
You're right.
Yeah. But like I've seen other people do this, and they've opened 2 or 3, and it's like 3
Different
of the same cover. Like, yeah. So here we go. Right. Okay. Here's the first one. Okay. Oh. I appreciate for people that are listening on an audio. This is not great content.
He's cutting open the bag.
Right, okay. Hopefully I've got this enough to get out. Oh, no, I haven't. Right.
It's like I have to stop buying booster packs for Magic the Gathering because they've got like a set where it's predetermined, like a mini themed pack, and I've pulled the Wakandan pack like 7 times at this point. Like
damn.
I'm done.
You're
I'm
over
done
it.
with that part.
Trust me, we have that with Pokemon. My girlfriend gets certain cards, and she's like, "I'm over this."
Okay, cover A. Okay. Standard cover A. This better not be cover A. This better not be cover A.
Here we go.
Yeah, I know.
Here we go.
But do you know what? There's a really nice chrome cover just sitting there, not bagged. And I was just like, should I just grab this? But I was like, well, let's
Grab
have
it.
some fun.
Have her wrap it.
Okay, right. I cut the second bag. Oh,
Nice.
All right, it's something different.
It's a different cover. There you go. Right, okay. So this cover, it's I don't even know what the fuck this is. And
It's like an alien. What it looks like.
ultra rare advanced
pretty
copy.
sweet.
Hold on a second. What?
Oh,
Oh, is this meant to be issue 10?
that's hilarious.
So they're giving me. I've got issue 1 and issue 10.
Oh my gosh, that's
Nice,
cool.
right?
Like,
Now you got to get 2 through 9.
yeah. I think that's what it says. Issue 10 in the corner, and it says when you open up the thing here, it says here that this is issue 10.
Apparently,
That's so
those
rare.
are selling
That's so-
for about $64.
That's what this issue 10.
Yeah.
That's so
Random. Okay, I'm pleased with that now. I was not pleased with the first one. I was like, oh man. I was like, issue 1, cover A. I was like, boring. Right, okay. It's not. Anyway, we've had some fun. Right, okay. So yeah, apparently I've got a £65 comic. So there you go. Okay, we're going to do Geek of the Week. Geek of the Week is something that myself and anyone that's on the panel has done on their own throughout the week, whether they've watched, listened to, or read, or something or other, and we're just going to shout it out and crown it like our thing of the week that we've enjoyed. So, Devon, would you like to go first? What has been something you've enjoyed this week?
Yeah, I'm just still slowly getting through Dungeon Crawler Carl, and I'm absolutely loving it. It's just a great story. Like if you're into like that D&D, like video gamey style stuff, like reading it it's just, I'm having a blast. It's a lot of fun. I can see why it's like such a growing thing right now.
What book are you on?
Absolutely love it. I'm still on the first book. I'm slowly making my way through it. Yeah, I read
books, aren't
they? They are very big books. So yeah, but it's good right now. I'm enjoying it.
Amazing. Lawrence, what about your Geek of the Week?
Yeah, it's funny.
Well, it's also Dungeon Crawler Carl.
No, it just ties into Skybound. I have become a huge G.I. Joe fan through the Joshua Williams books.
Okay.
I just watched the entire series for the first time this year, and then started reading the books. And my God, like the fleshing out of the world and the characters is next level stuff. And I loved Daniel Warren Johnson's Transformer run. So I mean, like just 80s kid having a great time. But I read issues 22 through 24, which introduced a character created apparently by Stephen King, Crystal Ball. Apparently his kid loved G.I. Joe as a kid, that like he wrote to the guys at Sunbow and were kind of like, hey, what if you guys created another character? And Crystal Ball became a character, but he was never on the show.
Okay.
So it's a little supernatural. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, no, I've been eating that up with a spoon. So I'm waiting for the day that we get a G.I. Joe Transformers movie, because it's been slowly happening in the comics, but not quite to the level that I want.
Listen, you watch that new Transformers movie. Oh man, it's good. Have you seen it? Have you seen the new Transformers movie?
Transformers 1? Or with Pete Davidson. Yeah, no, I saw it.
Pete Davidson and Anthony
Ramos. But it made me mad where it's like at the end, like the tease happens, and then you're just like, how long do I have to wait? Am I going to be 80 when that happens?
I watched that because I had bought all the Transformers movies on Apple TV, and when we had watched that one, because I was like, I really want to watch it, and my girlfriend loves Anthony Ramos, so she was like, let's watch it. We watch it. Great, like I enjoyed the movie thoroughly, and then that part happened. I paused it and I was sprinting around. I was like, "Oh my God, they're doing it!" It was, and she was looking at me like, "What is going on? Why are we so excited?" And I was like, "You have no idea."
Yeah, that was a good little thing. So I don't know. So Devon, what Lawrence has referenced about G.I. Joe and Transformers. Do you remember a few weeks? I don't know when it was. Maybe a couple months ago. Tom sold you on reading Void Rivals.
Void Rivals.
It's all part of this
Yes.
Shared universe. So Devon's read. Was it the first graphic novel or the second graphic?
I've read book 1, of Void Rivals, and I let my dad read it, and he was like, "We got to get the second."
Oh, nice.
We can't stop here. I was like, this is like an interconnected thing with Transformers and G.I. Joe. He goes, "We got to get them all. We have to do it." And I was like, "Okay, we'll do it." So, yeah. So like we're in.
I'm behind on all of it. I did start Transformers and Void Rivals, but I've fallen behind as I do. So
I need to read Void Rivals, but like, I mean, G.I. Joe and Transformers, like literal page turners, and like that is the standard by which I'm gonna like start judging my comics, where it's like, okay, time to jump off this book because I'm not having a good time.
I think I need to make that my summer project. I've got a week off in August. Maybe I just whiz through the Emma John universe. So.
Nice.
They're easy reads, though. They're not complicated or anything like that. So, they're fun and easy reads. That's how comics in some way should be. I know it's nice to read drama ones too, but sometimes you want to sit down and watch. Sometimes you want to sit down to read like a popcorn style comic book. Right. My Geek of the Week today. The 4th episode of Silo came out. It is
Oh, yeah.
such a good freaking show. Do you know what? Honestly, get Apple TV. Oh, do you know what? I constantly. People used to love dropping a show all in one go, right? The Netflix, it's here's 10 episodes, off you go. I've been very anti that because I feel like it's kind of a race to the finish, and I don't have time to sit down and watch 10 episodes in one evening. And I do like the format that I've seen a few people do, where they drop 3 episodes a week. I think that's kind of manageable because you're getting a good chunk of content.
Right.
The Silo coming out weekly, man. Like, it's such a good show. It's killing me just to get 1 hour a week. I literally, guys, Rebecca Ferguson, she's so good in this. Yeah.
I'll have to check it out. I definitely want to read the books.
I don't want to read the books until I've watched this. I don't want to ruin it for myself because there's still so much we don't know. Like, in the 3rd season, the 3rd season's taken a bit of a different story mechanism where there is some flashbacks now to the origins of the Silo, but we don't know it's the origins right now. They're just random people doing nothing related to the Silo. I have cheated a little bit and Googled saying, do these people actually tie up to the Silo? And the answer was yes. So I didn't look into any spoilers, but yeah, it's brilliant. Honestly, I can't recommend this enough. It's such a good show.
I have to check it out.
Yeah, it balances drama and action and sci-fi really well. I would say some episodes can be a little bit slow and feel a bit dragged out, but because if you guys haven't watched it, you can whiz through it and it wouldn't bother you about the dragged outness about it all. But yeah, that's my geek of the week. Honestly, go and watch Silo.
It's got a great cast.
Oh, fantastic cast.
Jeez.
There's basically, I'm not going to ruin the end of episode 4, but there was a little revelation at the end of episode 4, which I thought was great.
I'll have to check it out. And the episodes are like, what, an hour long or so?
Yeah, about an hour long, 50 minutes, I reckon.
Oh, hour long, man.
Okay. You got Dungeon Crawler Cole to get through first.
I know.
Right, okay. So, Geek News. We're on the cusp of the San Diego Comic-Con weekend. I have like a couple of things. I'm not going to go through all of the San Diego Comic-Con stuff now because there's a few bits that have come out, and I'm sure we'll have to follow up with something San Diego Comic-Con wise, but I'm not going to cover it all. The first thing I'm going to talk about is that World Cup finale last Sunday where Spain kicked Argentina's ass. And that wasn't just Spain, that was the world that kicked Argentina's ass.
Yes.
I think everybody was behind Spain. Look,
yes.
I even had to, forgive them for their European beating of my country's asses. I backed Spain last week. I was fully behind it. I know that's not pop culture news, but it's kind of,
world news.
Popular news, shall we say.
Right.
It was bizarre watching the American version of the World Cup final with a mid-time show and all that. But it was an interesting idea, and no, I wasn't anti it, but because it was obviously the American version of it, and it was actually quite an exciting football game. I'm going to be honest. Even though it was a 1-0 score, it was a
edge of your seat.
Yeah, especially from a very hostile Argentinian football club. It shocks me how they've been able to get away with that behaviour. So, right, okay, moving on. The Odyssey, as of now, grand total of 346 million worldwide. As we head towards the end of July, they're doing well. Now, the BFI, which is where I saw it in 70mm IMAX last Friday before we did this show, has completely sold out of every screening until the end of September, and they're doing like 4 screenings a day. So just like these people are screenshotting all the 70mm IMAXs like everywhere. People are struggling to get in and see it, which I just think is incredible. So,
awesome.
It's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing news. So yeah, it's good news for cinema, right? I think because the cinema takes like 50% or something of the take-in. So they may not make as much money with, I don't know, things like Set Help or Ready or Not 2. They may make some decent money, but it's not like amazing money. I feel like the income from this helps cinemas stay open.
Yeah.
Right, okay, next piece of news. Paramount, Skydance, Warner Brothers, Discovery have agreed to freeze their $111 billion merger until the 1st of June next year, or until a federal judge rules on the ongoing antitrust lawsuit, because everybody is suing their asses for this to not happen.
Yeah. Listen. There was a merger a long time ago, a few years ago, that I was like so against, and it was when Microsoft bought Activision and Blizzard, because like this is not going to be good for gaming, right? This is not going to be good for shows, movies, or anything.
I don't buy it. Not
going to be at all. So
I was anti it when it was Netflix. I did not want Netflix to buy Warner Brothers at all. That was going to be the killer of cinema. I know they were promising otherwise, but I don't believe them at all. I think they would have moved Warner Brothers to limited release cinemas, and you would have had Superman and every other thing getting like a 2-week release and then onto Netflix. Everything would have been within 2 weeks onto Netflix.
I don't believe suits. Sorry. I don't believe anybody that wears a suit.
I sometimes wear a suit.
I believe you, Mark, but we've got rapport, okay? I believe you.
What do you think, Lawrence, before we move on?
Yeah, I mean, you know, mergers are never a good thing as far as like, you know, when Disney got Fox, I celebrated it because it's sort of like, okay, cool, like we can stop getting like, you know, shitty X-Men movies and stuff like that. But it's like we haven't really officially gotten an X-Men movie, and that's part of the problem, right? It's like the less content creators there are, the less content you will have just overall, right? Like, I mean, nothing to say of like the overhaul that they needed to do with their movies and their shows, but just, you know, like we don't get that part of the universe as frequently anymore, because it's like, you know, even with like the Sony deal that they've made, right? Like they have to work together in order to put Spider-Man into a movie, or, you know, bring us a Spider-Man movie. So like that slows all of that down, and it's just kind of like,
I do think with that though, Sony have agreed to completely play ball with Marvel. I think they realise actually have Spider-Man, we just want 50% of the profit because we don't. I think they've almost acknowledged they don't really know what they're doing, so they handed it off.
I mean, just look at that slate without Spider-Man.
Okay, so moving on again. All right, this is my start of some San Diego Comic-Con stuff. We are gonna click a trailer in a second. So Johnny Depp surprised everybody in Hall H as Ebenezer Scrooge, making his first San Diego Comic-Con appearance since 2018. He shocked the crowd there with full facial prosthetics for Ty West's dark adaptation of Ebenezer, and he completely stayed in character. Here is now a teaser trailer for Ebenezer.
It's good to be back.
To Uncle Scrooge.
To Uncle Scrooge.
Mr. Scrooge.
I say to you, sir, Merry Humbug! Merry Christmas! Humbug! And a Happy New Year!
Humbug!
Merry Christmas.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Oh, that actually looks like really good.
Him saying I'm back is just like, he's back.
I feel like that was a trailer for Johnny Depp as well as this movie. There's definitely some meta commentary in that trailer.
Well, it's like Digger with Tom Cruise, right?
I can't wait for that movie.
Highlighting
I saw that
acting prowess.
I saw that trailer last week at the Odyssey. Actually, I didn't mention it.
I can't wait for that
That
movie.
was that was brilliant.
Hilarious. Yeah, I'm excited about that. I don't know if I imagine my girlfriend knows because I'd never seen like that story Scrooge, right? Until I saw like The Muppets Christmas.
Yeah.
For like the first time like 2 years ago. So like absolutely love it. I'm very excited. I love Johnny Depp, so I'm happy to see what he does. I can only imagine it's going to be great because it's Johnny Depp, but we'll see.
Oh yeah, Johnny Depp.
Normally, go ahead.
No, go on.
I was just gonna say, like, normally I'm a little annoyed with Johnny Depp with just like how the mannerisms are just so similar to like previous roles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I have to say, like, I feel like that trailer looks great because it doesn't feel like a Disney trailer where it's like, you know, when they did what was it, The Lone Ranger and Pirates of the Caribbean, like towards the end of the run of him as Jack Sparrow, and it's just kind of like, I don't know. There's something about this one that's like, okay, like they're having fun, but it doesn't feel dumbed down. So,
right.
Before we go any further with other trailers, there's a rumor. Well, not rumor. It has been announced it's going to happen, but there's more rumors around other bits and pieces. Confirmation that Tom Cruise is moving forward with a direct sequel to Days of Thunder. The rumor part, or people they're not sure about, the thing they're not sure about is if Nicole Kidman will return. Filming is anticipated to begin early 2027. There we go. Jonathan Levine is in talks to direct the project, and William Staples has written the screenplay. So there we go. I don't really remember Days of Thunder, to be honest. It's something I saw maybe at the time, but I didn't watch.
I've never seen it, so I'll have to check it out.
I was just looking up his credits. He, as a director, he is much more of a TV actor. TV director. By the look at it, which means he's probably cheap.
Yeah, I've not seen Days of Thunder, but I was thinking Point Break. So.
Point Break's fantastic. But okay,
I've also never seen Point Break.
The original.
No, I've never seen it.
Holy shit.
I've never seen Point Break. I've never seen Heat. I've never seen all those like classics. Yeah, I've never seen them.
Maybe I'll just have to add them onto the list.
Yeah, right. That's the only way to get me to watch stuff, Mark. It's the only way.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to schedule Heat and Point Break. I can't believe it, shit, man. Do you know what? My wife hadn't seen Demolition Man, and I remember I got her to watch that. God, I can't remember if it was this year or the end of last year, and she actually loved it. I was like, see, I told you this would be good. Have you seen Demolition Man?
I have seen Demolition Man, yes.
What are the 3 shells?
The 3 seashells?
Yeah, the 3 seashells.
So funny. So funny.
All right. Okay. And I'm going to go. The next 3 trailers are longer, so I mean, I'm sure we're not going to hate them. But this one came out probably like an hour ago. I would assume off the back of San Diego Comic-Con. Here is your first full trailer for. I just want to get the date ready. For Lanterns, which drops on the 16th of August on HBO.
It's time to get up, Junior.
So, you're a space cop.
No, I'm just being trained. All right, new lesson. Take the ring. You fly.
Just fly.
I'm sorry. Fly, please. What's that?
You're the backup quarterback.
For now. What do you think is going on?
It's no accident we're here. These victims are gonna end up being alien.
Based on what?
I have a feeling.
He has a feeling.
I think this is more than just a feeling.
This is a threat no one's ever seen before.
What do you know about manhunters?
Where'd you hear that word?
Oh shit.
Manhunters are the most dangerous beings to ever exist in the galaxy. And it could take the form of any species.
So it could be anyone.
He's gonna send an army to put you down.
Do you resent Hal Jordan?
The ring's always been mine. Jordan's just keeping it warm.
Sinestro.
You don't really believe he's your backup, do you, Hal?
No.
Let's say what he actually is.
My replacement. In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's light. How about a beer?
Okay.
It looks awesome.
It looks great. I'm so mad at that trailer.
Why?
They showed
Why is
too
that?
much. They showed too much.
I think they've shown moments of things that happen. I don't think it's enough to really know the story. I mean, got Manhunters.
Oh, I didn't need to see Sinestro, man.
Yeah, they could have held off that part.
Yeah.
But that's cool though. I did enjoy seeing him. I'm not gonna lie.
It's been a very long time since I've been excited for something DC
Mhm.
besides like Superman and Supergirl, but like before that, I can't even remember what I was super excited for DC. So that's awesome.
Yeah. Have you heard the rumors about this show? Well, I'm not going to say them if you haven't.
No.
Okay, I won't say them then. Right, okay. If you want to.
Yeah, like I mean, the trailer I was concerned because it was a little down, right? And I was just sort of like, all right, is this like an Elseworlds thing? Is this kind of Clayface? Like what is happening?
Clayface isn't else.
But,
Clayface, I don't believe Clayface.
No, it's not. It was just one of those things that I'm always worried about. Like when you see the tone kind of shift so dramatically, I love that because it's like I feel like every genre should be honored with superhero movies because we have so many not versions, but so many different characters who can play in different spaces. But seeing Guy Gardner there, like again, I think that trailer gave me everything I needed to see to be on. Like I was already on board with the series, but now I'm kind of like, okay, like we've got Sinestro, we've got Guy Gardner there, we've got Manhunters. Like this is, what I wanted from like Supergirl, where it's like the kitchen sink. So it's like, all right, let's see what's happening in
that
this
tiny little glimpse of Guy Gardner though appeared to be a bit more of a serious version. So that suits the style which we saw in the trailer, which I like
think
that.
I think the way I was actually talking to someone at work about it, like Marvel does such a really good job with like their movies, and their shows kind of sometimes fall flat, whereas DC has trouble with their movies sometimes, but their shows are always like really good. Some of them, I will say some of them, but yeah. So I'm very interested in that. I cannot wait.
Okay, so segueing us nicely over to something else DC, which also dropped this week. It's Clayface, which is coming out on the 23rd of October. This is the full trailer.
Show me. Show me.
Do you realize?
What do you want, Miss Hagen?
I want my life back.
I know you. You're famous.
The most beautiful face.
It's a tragedy what they did to him. Boo! I'd like to volunteer for human trials.
This isn't cosmetic surgery.
Even if it kills me, I'll be better off than I am now.
okay?
I'm okay. I feel great, actually.
I have no idea what side effects you'll have or how to treat them.
Sir, the seatbelt sign is on.
We're in unknown territory.
Don't do it.
What's happening to me?
If you're harboring feelings of anger, you need to let them go.
You want to know how I feel? The people I trusted betrayed me. The justice system failed me. They stole my career, my money, my life.
I'm a monster.
I have no idea who you are.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Body horror. I love it.
Everyone's flinching but me.
You know, it reminded me a bit of The Substance. I don't know why. Like,
that too. Body horror.
Yeah, I'm not a lover.
The girl that was there that was with him, she's in Mickey 17, right? That's.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
Naomi.
I think I'm gonna watch it. I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy the whole experience, but I'll watch it.
I definitely want to see it. I want to be in the conversation.
I'm all about it because I love Michael Flanagan. He's an amazing director, writer of horror. He did Dr. Sleep, if you guys saw that.
I don't do horror,
but James Watkins, who directed the movie, he did the most recent version of Speak No Evil with James McAvoy, and I thought that version was so good. So I'm all about it. I know I'm in the minority with this movie with my circle of friends, but I love Clayface, and I'm excited to see what.
Did you read James Tinian's run on Detective Comics where he turned Clayface into a superhero? Not super.
I have not.
Is a bit strong, but a hero. So.
I've not, but I have it in the closet.
It's a really good run of comics, and seeing it became like more. It was more like Team Batman. There was everyone in there: Batman, Robin, Batwoman, Batgirl. You know, and it was weird. They kind of made Clayface part of this team, and basically from pretty much the start of Tinian's run to the end, Clayface is kind of one of the team. But when Tinian is finishing his run, he kind of has Clayface head off, so that way another writer can pick Clayface back up as the villain again. But yeah, it was really good.
My hope and prediction for the movie is that maybe at some point this, like, you know, sort of like a backdoor entrance to Batman. So
I mean, I assume it's set in Gotham. We'll see. Right, okay, final trailer, and we know what I've saved it for. We know that it comes out on the 18th of December, and here we go. We've been waiting for it. Xavier's School.
Something's coming. Something we may not be able to deter. Before this day is done, we shall be faced with an unthinkable decision.
I've fought with many warriors in my time. They were far stronger than all of us put together, and they died. They died facing enemies and threats that scared me far less than this one. Everything that they sacrifice will be for nothing if we do not stand together. Put aside your petty squabbles and presume nothing except this. If you return, you who will return has brothers and sisters. But mark my words. We're going to need a miracle.
Hey, pal.
It's not possible.
Yeah, I saw a meme online that I love how Thor uses two-factor authentication. There's rumors that is not actually him, but that's Loki. And because of the journey that Loki's been on, he's now able to hold the hammer. So, have you guys seen the Loki TV series?
I've only seen season 1.
Have you seen both, Lawrence, or not?
Yeah.
The one before the 18th, you need to watch season 2.
Okay.
No, they have said it's required viewing. Like,
okay.
It has come out saying you should watch Loki seasons 1 and
season 2.
Okay. Yeah, season 2, like definitely the journey that Loki as a character goes on. He's much more. Well, he's changed. He's not the villainous sort of untrustworthy character we were familiar with. So, I like the fact they show the TVA thing, that they're not dropping the movie stuff. They are, I feel like for once, making the TV shows relevant. And it's cool that they brought Loki back in. I don't think many cinema goers are going to go and watch Loki, but as a geek like me, Devon, you should go and watch it. But yeah, what do you guys think of the trailer overall?
I'm super stoked. I can't wait. I mean, it's the same thing with Marvel, right? They kind of fall off a little bit, and then they come together and they do this huge thing, and then everyone's like, "Yes, we're so back.
We're back.
We're so back.
We're back. We're back."
I just
get on, and then we're back.
Yeah, I just don't think we'll ever be able to replicate that high of Infinity War and Endgame. We're just never gonna get there. That was that was so many building blocks to get there, and we'll see.
I question it. I mean, again, I know you guys have not seen X-Men 97, but there is an episode there that everyone has talked about and is the famous episode from season 1. And I can't help but think, like, what if that were a live action movie and what happened? And I don't think there would be a single dry eye in the theater. And I think it's a matter of, connecting your stories, right? Like that first time out, like we got the bar that they set, right? And like since then they haven't really been able to replicate that, and I don't think that it's impossible. I just think they need to take more time to do it, because like my biggest concerns with the trailer at this point, with the movie at this point, is how quickly are they going to clean up the Kang stuff that we know was originally supposed to be a part of this larger mythos. But super psyched about Robert Downey Jr.'s voice, and I know everyone's complaining about Mystique's look. I don't care for the costume they gave her, but the thing I want from Mystique is like sort of like an X-Men 97, where use a shapeshifter to give us a look at a character who's never been on screen, but is famous to comic book lovers, right? I mean, they spent $100,000 on Hugh Jackman's brown and gold Wolverine suit for 10 seconds, where he pops his claws and you see the Hulk in there. I mean, you can spend less, right, from the neck up.
Right.
Yeah, I've seen some memes online of people that have never watched the originals going, "What happened to Jennifer Lawrence?" I'm like, come on, man.
Right, exactly.
You're talking about the prequel series that came out after the original series.
Right.
Clearly, you were too young. Yeah, look, what I'm stoked about is that Gambit sequence, that fight scene, that was amazing.
Shang-Chi, dude, I'm so happy.
Gambit, that was cool. Apparently, Gambit is going to be a bit more toned down for this. He's not going to be as comical as Deadpool, Wolverine, Gambit. Yeah. So I wonder if this might be an ultimate version, not the same version from Deadpool, Wolverine. I don't know. Yeah, I'm interested in how they're going to tidy up the Kang stuff. But yeah, in regards to the trailer, I thought they show enough that the film isn't overly ruined yet. We still don't really know what Doom is up to. There's obviously it's different parallel worlds are colliding, but we'll have to see how that all works out together. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm disappointed that Spider-Man isn't in it. I feel like with Spider-Man having...
We don't know yet. We don't know
I
yet.
suppose that's true.
I think the only reason why, and I said this, the only reason why he's not there in my mind is because of what happened in his in No Way Home, right? You know, no one knows who he is.
Yeah, I suppose so.
You know?
I suppose so, yeah.
So we won't know until
Brand
the
new day.
31st.
So Thursday.
Yeah.
We won't know.
Right, okay, there's sorry. One more thing I want to shout out, actually, it's not on my list, but one more thing I want to shout out before we jump into the review. Master of the Universe is number 1 on the Amazon movie list. It is going, you go onto Twitter or X, and people are popping off of, oh, I should have gone and seen this on the screen. There are people going, like, there's so many of these posts. So
how many times have you watched it, Mark?
I since it's come on Prime, I haven't watched it at all. I don't know.
Okay.
But I saw it on the big screen twice, and so
yeah,
I thought it was amazing. I was hoping to see it a third time, but something happened, but I didn't go. But yeah, did you see it on the big screen, Lawrence?
Oh yeah.
So good.
Yeah, it's amazing. So yeah, just that was all I wanted to shout out. It's not really news, but it's just news that some people just are idiots and they just should just go to the cinema. Right, okay, moving on to our main event. It's taken us much longer to get here than normal. The Princess Bride, which is a princess, a prince, a giant, many a duel, a sword fight, some humor, some weird meta humor as well. You know, we've got some classic actors in here, and we're just going to break it down. It is written by William Goldman, who did the screenplay, and he did the novel, and then he adapted his own novel into a screenplay. It is directed by the amazing Rob Reiner, produced by Andrew Scheinman and Rob Reiner. It stars a lot of people here. Carrie, I'm going to struggle to say
Ellis.
Ellis, there you go. Robin Wright, Mandy Patinkin. Oh, yeah, there you go. Chris Sarandon, Wallace Shawn, Andre the Giant is actually like the name he goes by. Anyway, Christopher Guest, Fred Savage, Peter Falk, who I just call Columbo, and Billy Crystal, to name a few people. This came out on the 25th of September 1987, had a running time of 1 hour and 38 minutes, had a budget of 16 million, and at the time it made 30 million US dollars. So it made double the money back. I would imagine was a bit of a box office failure. Apparently, a lot of the reason why it did struggle was to attract audiences because of the mixed sort of romance and action and humor. Audiences weren't really sure what they were going into, whether it was a comedy or it was actually a bit of everything, really. Right, okay. So some fun facts. I know this is something when Jasmine is on, so I like to grab these things when she's not here. The sword fights were all 100% real. All of the actors spent months training endlessly with legendary fencing instructors, Robert Anderson and Peter Diamond, both the main actors who sword fight, learned to sword fight both with their right hand and their left hand, enabling to perform every single second of the iconic duel on the cliffs, which I think is really cool.
That is awesome.
Okay, Billy Crystal, he was so funny, he physically injured the cast and crew. So during his brief stint as Miracle Max, Billy Crystal improvised endless lines of comedic dialogue. Director Rob Reiner had to leave the room because his laugh ruined so many takes, while Carrie actually bruised his rib trying to hold in his laughter while playing a mostly dead body on the table.
That's awesome.
Okay, talking of injuries, Carrie was actually knocked unconscious for real on the set. So when they, during the scene where Count Rugen taps Wesley on the head with the gentle butt of his sword, he actually knocked him out and he ended up having to go to hospital with stitches. But the bit we see in the film is actually him getting knocked out.
Oh, wow.
For real. Getting knocked out for real.
Wow.
Okay. In 1987, this is the only bit I'm going to shout out now when we talk about the film. This movie shared the big screen with many a classic that I'm sure we have watched most, or if not all of these. Predator, The Lost Boys, RoboCop, Lethal Weapon, Dirty Dancing, and Metal Jacket. There's other films, but these are like some of the biggest ones that came out in 1987. I've actually seen them all other than Full Metal Jacket. I've never seen
Full Metal Jacket's great. I've never seen The Lost Boys, so
I've seen them all.
I knew Lawrence. I knew Lawrence. Lawrence is waiting. So I was just waiting for you guys to done. Yeah, and I saw Lost Boys as a kid. I don't really remember it that well. And then about 2 years ago, one of my mates fancied going to the cinema to do a rewatch. So we went to see Lost Boys on the big screen. Yeah, I don't really love the Lost Boys.
I've come around on it, but I watched it as an adult, so I was kind of like the first time, like this was fine, but like a couple watches, I'm like, all right, I think I'm getting it.
The reason I sort of throw these out is it's like you've got a film here that's kind of struggling to put across what genre it's in.
Yeah.
In actually a very strong year, which I think is a fair thing to say. Okay, let's talk about our initial reactions. Devon has never seen The Princess Bride.
No, I have.
Oh, I thought you said you hadn't.
No, yeah, I've seen it.
Oh, sorry. I thought last week you hadn't seen it.
No, I've seen it.
I think that was me because like I've only seen it in parts.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm going to get to you then, Lawrence. I'm going to get to you, Lawrence. You've never seen it or in part. What's your overall thoughts on this film?
I loved it. I mean, one of the things I can't help but get confused in my head is Robin Hood Men in Tights, but it blows my mind that this came so much further before then, because I always think Mel Brooks is in the 80s. No, I mean, it's so well written. The thing I can't get over is the moment where oh my god, Wesley and Inigo are having their timeout on the top of the rock face, and it's like the exposition dump that happens there is so natural, and it doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel like a slog, and you're just like, what is happening here? Like, is it the writing? Is it the acting? Is it both? Because like this movie does everything it needs to do in an hour and 48 minutes or whatever. And yeah, I mean, this movie is absolutely special. So yeah, loved it.
38 minutes, but yes.
38. Okay.
That cliff scene is amazing. Just the words that come out of their mouth, and then hearing that they practiced for months to actually do that sword play for real. That's fantastic.
And learning to do it epidextrous, right, with both hands. Like what the?
I couldn't imagine. I don't use my left hand for much really, other than changing the gear stick and maybe on the steering wheel. But yeah. Anyway, Devon, sorry, apologies.
No, it's okay. Yeah, I mean, I love this movie. It's an absolute classic. Hearing about the whole swordplay thing, I think it's just funny in the movie. You get that camaraderie already, right? He's like, oh, I have a secret. Like, I'm not left-handed, and he switches to his right. And then Wesley's like, I also have a secret. I'm also not left-handed, and he switches to his right. And like, you can see the change in like their fighting style after that, right? Like when they're going lefties, they're soft, slow, whatnot, and then as soon as they switch their rights, it just ramps up, right? I mean, the camaraderie between Mandy and Andre the Giant, Inigo and Fezzik, like it's great. Everyone bounces off each other very well in this movie. I think even Humperdinck, he's hilarious. Him and Rugen, like there's just so much comedy in this, like especially when Inigo runs into Rugen in the hall and he's like, you killed my father, prepare to die. And like he puts his stance up and Rugen looks at him and turns and runs. Right. Like he's you can tell right there, like he doesn't want to fight him off right because he knows he already knows he'll lose, right? He knows that. So he's like, I'm gonna cheat my way, and he runs and he does his thing. Yeah, I mean the movie's just great. The writing is so perfect. Like Lauren said, the way they fit all this in that such like short amount of time, like everything is so well thought out, and it just hits point after point after point. It's great. Love it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I watched this film loads of times as a child. I remember being a huge fan of it. I rewatched it this week. I watched it once fully, and then I actually put it on earlier before we started, just to kind of remind myself again. So maybe I've watched like it another half a time since this week as well. Like I got halfway through before we started recording. This film is fantastic. I love how we blend. I do love how we blend all of the genres together and how appealing it is. And that this actually is one of those movies that's aimed for kids, but they know in the 80s that you need to get adults in, so adults can step in and have a real good time with this film. Watching this as an adult now, not remembering every scene word for word, I was just so engaged and loving every moment of this. It was just the chemistry between so many of the actors was amazing. I love that one of my favorite scenes, to be honest, is the scene where Wallace Shawn is sitting on the rock with the poison chalice, and Wesley obviously puts poison in both. I actually remembered that. I remembered it from being a kid, because I was like thinking, I'm sure he did something to both. I was trying to think in my mind, I'm sure he's done some overall trick here. But it's such a great scene, the humor between them all. And then when he falls off, Wallace is a great actor. He's not in enough, to be honest.
Right.
Yeah, I remember him being in Gossip Girl. I don't know if you guys.
I know it. Yeah.
I was thinking of Clueless.
I shouldn't admit. Yeah, he was in Clueless. Wasn't he in Clueless and in Gossip Girl? I'm sure.
I don't know about Gossip Girl, but yeah, I thought it was the Mr. Wendell Hall, the teacher.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking. I'm sure he was in Gossip Girl. I'm gonna go mad. Yeah, he was in Gossip Girl.
Okay.
Oh, he was in one episode of Gossip Girl. I don't know why I got that confused. Right, but anyway, he no, he wasn't in one episode of Gossip Girl. He was in the original series of Gossip Girl, and then he came back for one episode in the new reboot of Gossip Girl. That was it. Right. Okay. Anyway, I'm digressing. The cultural impact this has had as well, and we were talking about this before we started recording. Once Upon a Time in Deadpool, how Ryan Reynolds gets Fred Savage's character, as an actor, and has him as an actor and has him tied to the bed, and what Ryan Reynolds does is the exact same thing that they do with this movie. So when William Goldman adapted the book into a screenplay, he used the framing device of bringing the grandson and obviously Peter Falk as the grandfather to skip out kind of what he called the boring bits from from his book, and and using it to narrate the film, but also cut out bits that he didn't think the audiences would be interested in. So Fred Savage's character was used just to skip over boring bits. However, when they want to make a PG version of Once Upon a Deadpool, it was used to cut out the violence and the swearing. So they made honestly, you guys have got to watch Once Upon a Time in Deadpool. It's exactly an identical bedroom, almost identical bed. However, Fred Savage is tied to the bed, so he can't move.
So funny.
But this is what I mean. Like the impact this must have had on people like Ryan Reynolds, who are similar age to us.
Mm-hmm.
But I love watching as well with Fred Savage's character where he's in the bedroom. And I'm calling back to myself in the 80s. You can see the Master of the Universe figures all behind him on the shelf. And like for me, I just love that whole thing that you're drawing kids in through different ways. Like you're kind of making his imagination become interested in a story,
right?
Which his grandfather is telling him, and he's sort of kind of visually, and he's becoming engaged with it rather than the TV or a video game. And you're pulling yourself into that bedroom, because that's the kind of bedroom I probably had. And then I love the whole fact that we've got the swashbuckling and everything. I don't know, it's just such a great thing. I love the whole man in the black mask and just the bravado and all the rest of it. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just such a great film. Honestly, it's just
It's one of those. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, he's doesn't really want to hang out with his grandfather. He's like, come on, like just tell him I'm sick. I don't want to hang out with him. And by the end of it, he's like, can you just come back and read me the story again? Like it's very heartwarming. It's funny. I mean, reading a book, right? Because I've read a lot of books, right? And the best part about reading a book instead of listening to it, in my opinion, is your imagination's going the entire time, right? Everyone has a different description of how these characters look. Even though they're describing the character to you, everyone has a different depiction on how they look, right? Because it's your imagination. So I love that you have that here, but we're all seeing the characters that he's, explaining, but the kid is so engaged. Like, he was like, "Oh, do you want me to stop here? Because you look nervous." You know, he's gripping the blanket, and he's like, "No, I'm not nervous. I'm more concerned. Like it's different. It's like I'm sure everyone's been there, right? You're always concerned about, you know, the character, if they're gonna make it or if someone's gonna do something. So I love that.
Yeah, I didn't even realize how like gripping this story was for me, because like when they start the kind of fantasy land, I was kind of sitting there going like, oh, this is a weird way to do this, but all right, whatever. And then the first time that they cut and they go back to the bedroom with Fred Savage and Peter Falk, I was like sitting there going like, wait, what? Like, no, go back. And again, it just speaks to like how well comedy and horror have to be written, right? Like it's all about timing with both of those genres. It's like if you miss it, it might not be funny. It could, offbeat comedy and horror also work to great effect. But I feel like they knew exactly what they were doing when they wanted to cut and when they went back into the story.
Right.
The humor is brilliant in this. It still stands the test of time. Like I'm watching a film from 1987, laughing and enjoying it. It's not a film that I've massively rewatched as an adult. I know in the 80s I did rewatch this loads. I really enjoyed it back then. As time's gone past, it's something I had a fond memory of, but I couldn't quite remember all the detail. I hadn't forgotten about the swashbuckling scene on the cliffs. And yeah, my favorite scene definitely is the chalice scene. I thought that was so great. Yeah, it's like one of these films that when I was researching this, like one of the things that came along was it's a heavily quoted movie. There's so many fantastic lines in the script. I actually pulled out a couple. Hello, my name is Indigo Montoya. You killed my father, prepare to die. And that's something like I've never forgotten as well. It's just I like the use of you as you wish as well, like which is just kind of his version of I love you, like a different love language, and it is, I guess slow and shyness, and then how that turns the story. I would like to have seen more of what happened to him, but we just had to kind of accept that he was gone until he shows up in a black mask. So,
Yep. I like how it ends too with the grandfather saying, as you wish, and then it just cuts, right? It's kind of like how the movie ends, how the book ends, right? It just ends. You don't know if they lived happily ever after, right? I mean, it just ends with them kissing, boom, done. And then he's like, can you come and read me the story again tomorrow? As you wish. Done. Movie's over. It's perfect. And then you can just rewatch it if you want. It's just so good.
I'm glad that it's one of those movies as well that has never received a sequel or any kind of remake or reboot. That it's got that classic feel that has been completely left alone and hopefully will never be destroyed. I also don't think it's a film that they could remake now. I don't think it would be something that. I think it was a film of that time. I don't think people in 2026 would like blend with that style. So,
I mean, obviously, I wouldn't want them to remake it because, like, the comedy at that point will be different. Which, again, it's just times and what is considered funny, right? Or what do the writers consider funny? But yeah, I feel like this one is just written so well. Like, just not just dialogue, but just the idea of how it's directed, right? Like, I keep thinking about the creatures in the movie. You get so little of them, right? It's the rodent, it's the eels, and it's like I love that they don't draw attention to them. Like, it's not like we have to sit here being like, oh, can you pretend that eels here are weird, and same with the rodents, but they're exactly what the story needs them to be, and they're not overly like thought out, right? Like, and they're practical, so it's just kind of like, oh man, like this is so well done. Like, everybody on this cast and crew is just deserving of the pat on the back.
It sounds like they all had a good time making it as well, with the humor and how people had to leave the room because of people's lines. And I love that Rob Reiner trusted Billy Crystal just to go nuts and embrace character, which I'd love to have been there actually for real when they were making this.
Rodents of unusual size. It's
The
hilarious.
the funny thing is that like I actually thought Carol Kane was funnier than Billy Crystal, but and again I with the way that Billy Crystal's made up in that Miracle Max makeup, I kept thinking that was Mel Brooks. So I was just like, was he on this set? And then was like, I got to go make my own thing, like Robin Hood Men Tights. I got it.
So good.
Yeah. Do you guys have a favorite character in this movie?
I'm trying to think.
I think mine might be Inigo. I love the moment where he's like lost Count Rugen because he runs into a room and locks the door, and he's just screaming for Fezzik. He's like, Fezzik, help! Like, I need to get in there. And he's just like throwing himself against the door, and I'm just like, that might be my favorite character. And yeah, like obviously him getting his revenge, but also the fight on the cliff.
I realize now when I read the credits out, I said it wrong. I said Andre the Giant. It's Andre Rene Ruzimov as Andre the Giant. I just read Andre the Giant earlier. Apologies. So
yeah, they call him Andre the Giant because that was his wrestling name.
Yeah, no, yeah, but yeah. So anyway, okay. I think personally for me, I loved just Billy Crystal's moment. The moment Billy Crystal came on the screen, it was just amazing. So it's absolutely hilarious. It didn't look anything like him, but he's got such a distinctive voice. Yeah, that's so good. I'm going to be honest. Whilst I did enjoy that, and I do have a big shout out for Billy Crystal being in this. The moment Peter Falk walked into that bedroom, I was like, yes, like Columbo, absolutely. I know that's his biggest role, but I just remember as a kid having real fond memories of watching Columbo with my mum all the time. We watched so much Columbo. When I watched this the other day, I went instantly onto his IMDb, and he's done it was like 10 seasons of Columbo. I know each season was like only 3 or 4 episodes, but they were like an hour and a half. And I was like, I'd love to go back and rewatch Columbo. Yeah, I love Peter Falk. Yeah, I know that relationship between him and his grandson was very adorable from the moment it started with, I don't really want my grandfather here, he's gonna pinch my cheek, but the relationship building between the two is amazing. So I loved it. Yeah, I don't know, overall there's not really anything horrible I can say about it. It's a beautifully put together film, and you don't often get where the person who wrote the novel then adapts the screenwrite into a screen adaptation, which I think is great. Look, I know it's happened a few times, but it's not common. So.
Yeah, I think my favorite character would have to be. I love everyone, but I think Wesley alone for when he loses his strength, like to be dragged around, but also like using his body, like pointing with his head. He's like pointing and whatnot. It's just so brilliant and so like wonderfully done. Yeah, that was it's great. Just like the banter between everyone too is just so good. It's so well done.
The way how Carrie is kind of being dragged by Andre the Giant, really I can't even do it. It was so weird to me when he walked around the corner and he's just dragging him down like the hallway. It's so weird.
And then he props him up in the suit of armor. He's just like, "Hey, you stay here." So funny.
What was that film? Hold on.
Also, Carrie was also in Days of Thunder as well.
Weekend at Bernie's. Weekend at Bernie's. Have you ever seen Weekend at Bernie's? It gave me real Weekend at Bernie's vibes. Have you seen Weekend at Bernie's?
Put the sunglasses on the dead body.
I have at Bernie's never seen it.
Oh, Weekend at Bernie's is ridiculous. It's a ridiculous film. It came out actually in 1989. Weekend at Bernie's, basically, their boss is dead throughout the whole film. They have to basically drag his body around and get him in stupid positions, it's brilliant. And then the crazy thing is, it gets a sequel. Weekend at Bernie's actually.
I didn't know that it had a sequel, but that's
it had a sequel. Yeah,
crazy.
And because obviously it was a dead body, they follow it up the sequel's 2 days later or something. So, the Weekend at Bernie's 2 I don't think did as well, but there you go, ridiculous film. But yeah, it gave me Weekend at Bernie's 2. But it's that whole 80s vibe of films. I think in the 80s they had such a distinctive style from comedy and drama, and this is a classic movie that I would happily rewatch again. I didn't have time, but I'm going to buy the Blu-ray. I've decided after watching it the other day.
I have the Blu-ray.
Have you got the Blu-ray?
I do. I don't have it with me. It's at my parents' house, but I have the Blu-ray. I do own the Blu-ray of The Princess Bride. So
I did a 7-day free trial for Lions, whatever it's called, on Amazon Prime, and just watched it that way. But
okay, I was doing it on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I also watched it on Disney Plus, but the Blu-ray.
I didn't check Disney Plus. Yep. Right, okay. Anyway, there we go. But yeah, look, overall, I loved it. And does anyone want to add anything else, or should we?
Yeah, the only thing, like when Devon said, like, there aren't bad moments in this movie, right? But there will be. The only moment that I feel like the movie kind of somewhat lost me, but even that, it's just more like, oh, okay, something happened here, is when Carrie Wesley is finally brought back and he's like unable to move.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like from that moment on to the end of the movie, like the movie kind of shifts from like kind of fantasy to like physical comedy. And I think I prefer the first half more than the second. But again, all that to say that it's not a bad thing. It's just one of those moments where I was just kind of like, oh, okay, this is a different movie now.
I can see what you're saying there. Like, it definitely does shift in terms of, but it kind of becomes more of an ensemble cast. The second bit, where Wesley is more the main person we're rooting for. And then you're kind of relying on a lot of the supporting characters to carry the film, because we're suddenly now having to have Wesley kind of resurrected a little bit, and it does become a bit physical comedy. Like I said, it reminded me a bit of Weekend at Bernie's, the comedy of dragging around a limp body and stuff like that. And then actually, and then the whole thing where she's about to stab herself, he's like, "Don't what did he say? Something about don't cut off the breasts or something."
It's like, only like there's few beautiful breasts in the world. Don't let the world like be without yours or whatever.
Something like that. Yeah,
that one took me off guard when he said it. I was like, wait, hold on, what happened? Like, that's children's movie.
Oh, here we go. I found it. There's a shortage of perfect breasts in this world. It'd be a pity to damage yours.
Yeah, crazy.
And that's his opening line. Like,
we just snuck that right in.
They've seen each other for a bit, and then he shows up with that line. Yeah.
Right.
But I think it's also just like, now that I'm thinking about it, it might just be kind of the idea that the movie plays itself so straightforward in the first half, and then by the second half, it is kind of the like, oh, let's dress up, Fezzik in this oversized robe and like, do this this whole bit. Whereas like, the first half, it is very swashbuckling and kind of, more action adventure. But again, it's not a criticism on the movie. It's just that was the moment where I felt like, oh, this feels a little different.
I also felt like the first Shrek film also pulled from this a little bit as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Shrek.
I feel like Prince Humperdinck's hair is like the very stereotypical like royal hair that you give to like characters like what is it, Farquaad? Is that the
Lord
king?
Farquaad.
Lord Farquaad. Yeah. Definitely. It's got I think a lot of people have clearly watched this and pulled things from it that people of our age have watched this in the 80s and maybe the start of the 90s. And as a kid, and now they've become entertainers themselves and are pulling things from this because it's just such a classic movie. Right, okay, let's go around the room and let's rate it out of 5, and I can let you guys go on with your week in readiness for next week's show. Right, I'm not going to go first. I'm going to go to Lawrence as your first viewing. First proper viewing.
I think I would give this a 5. Like, I mean, this is a movie for everybody, right? Like, it's not just for kids; it's adults. I mean, if you've missed out on the 80s, like, this is the movie to see and kind of get that feeling of what it was like to make little movies in the 80s, where you've got a talented cast and crew just doing the best they can with some glue and some paper, right?
Yeah. Oh, what were you gonna say something?
Oh, I was gonna say, I just agreed. Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Most definitely. Yes.
Yeah, 100%. So, Devon, I feel like you're gonna give this a 5.
Oh yeah, 100% a 5. Yeah, this is great. I agree with Lawrence. I wasn't born in the 80s or anything like that, but you can definitely feel the 80s feel from this, from the toys, from, you know, he's wearing a Bears jersey. The Bears won in like 86. So like you feel like you're in that time, even with like just the storybook, you know. I mean, it was a different time, right? Back then, kids are sick. You see him playing the little video game, but mostly they had to find entertainment elsewhere when they were sick. You know, you couldn't just pop on TV and watch a million shows at your disposal, right? Grandfather comes over, reads him a story, he's gripped into it. Like Lauren said, I mean, it's for every kid, for everybody, right? For kids, adults, everything. I love this movie. I remember my parents showing me this movie, and it's just such a good time, a lot of fun, and yeah, I mean, there's people I know that still have never seen this movie, so, which is kind of crazy to me. But sorry, Lawrence, but
we corrected it.
yeah, we did correct it. So, but yeah, it's definitely up there for me. So 5 out of 5.
Well, we still have to correct you with some things as well, by the sounds of it.
Yes.
To be honest with you, we're all guilty of it. There's too much content out there for all of us to have watched and read and played everything that we should have read or watched or played. What's that game that you lot love? You and Jasmine.
Mass Effect.
Mass Effect, yeah.
That's a lot of hours, man.
Yeah.
That's why we divide and conquer.
Apparently, they're making a TV show of it.
Massive, yeah, they are. Yeah. We'll see how well that goes. Oh God.
Right, my gut score is a 5 out of 5. Like Devon said it right. This isn't a film for kids. This is a film for adults and for kids. It's designed for everybody. It's one of these clever movies that they've put together that's family friendly, but adults can watch and kind of interpret some scenes slightly differently to kids, the way The Simpsons do, right? Like you can sit there and it is angled for parents and kids. It's a family friendly movie, comedy, action, you name it. It's honestly aged well for what it is. Like it's got the 80s feel, but you can sit here in 2026 and watch it even if you hadn't have watched it in the 80s and appreciate it. But I love every moment of it, and it's had obviously such a cultural impact on everybody. It's obviously a shame that both William and Robert Reiner, William Goldman who wrote it, and obviously Robert Reiner are no longer here. But Robert Reiner did make a comment after William had died that he would never make a sequel to this, and respectfully the author, and hopefully no one ever touches this. I think this is a really beautiful movie and should be left alone. That is me. Right, okay. Next week, we are back. There is a lot of us here next week.
Bum, 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 bum. I did that earlier. I was like, oh yeah, I can't wait for for this upcoming week. And my girlfriend was like, what? And I just sang the song. I was like, dun, 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 dun. It's like it's Spider-Man. And I was just like this. She's like, oh, Spider-Man. I was like, yes. She's like, we're going. I was like, yes, we're going. 100%.
My tickets are booked, man. My tickets are booked. I was telling the guys before we started recording, there's a format of screening I'd only just heard of because I saw some sort of little trailer not trailer, but like one of those back to the scenes, behind the scenes things. They had filmed Brand New Day in Screen X. I was like, what is Screen X? And then I looked it up. I was like, this sounds brilliant. But on opening day, all the Screen X's that are near me are sold out. So
I'm so mad to wait. I'm so mad about all these different formats because like I will happily go to the theater, but I'm just like, dang it, like I wish I saw that format the time, but I'm like, whatever, it's fine.
I didn't even know that was a thing. Like I didn't even know that was a format. And if I'd have known that was a format, I wouldn't have booked the normal, boring 2D, standard screen. What's also annoying is like the standard screen is so much cheaper, but I priced it up because I'm going with my oldest daughter and my mum and dad, and our tickets are hardly anything. But to go to Screen X, the four of us would be just under £80 for four of us. That's a crazy amount of money to go to the cinema. So I think I paid for 4DX for Project Hail Mary, and I was like, I'd pay for this. But I've been excited for Brand New Day all year, and my daughter is almost 17, and of that generation, it's hard to get them to watch films. But this is one she has been going on about all year. And the moment it went on sale, she was like texting me, going, "Daddy, book the tickets." I was like, "Yeah, I'm doing it now." I was like, so I was on a train, and she was like, "Book the tickets."
I love that. I feel like ever since I joined into this, I feel like your your daughter's gotten more into like film with you, which is great.
Oh yeah.
So I love seeing that. It's wonderful. So
do you know what? She's come to quite a few films. I took her to see. I've taken her to see quite a few horror films, 15 horror films, and I took her to see. The first one I took her to see was Death of a Unicorn.
Oh,
fuck me, did I laugh the whole way through. From her reaction was just absolute gold. And then when I took her to see the third I Know What You Did Last Summer, the squirming in the chair, it was just brilliant. Like the body movements of her, like
so
just like this, trying to watch it, and then she's squirming, and it's great. So,
that's awesome.
I've with the Death of the Unicorn, I tricked her. I told her it was a comedy.
You're bad, Mark. You're bad.
I mean, it's partially a comedy.
It partially is.
It's a comedy horror, but no, she definitely. I would say out of everyone in this house, she has started to come along a cinema journey.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And last week I saw The Odyssey with her.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, we're going to finish up. Social media, all of them. Please follow, like, subscribe, all that stuff. We'll let you go. Thank you very much for listening, watching, and appreciate anything on the rewind. But look, have a good week, and we'll see you next week.
Yes.
Bye, guys.